All right, so I had crazy food poisoning yesterday. Had me waking up at 3 a.m. and I was just yakking. I won't even get into those details. But 3 a.m., getting sick, stomach hurt really bad. I had no food in my system the whole day, drank like half a cup of water, and I just wasn't experiencing the love of God the whole day. And I realized the only time that God crossed my mind was when I was questioning, why would you put me through this? Why? If I'm your son, why would you put me through physical pain if you love me? And so that leads us into our Bible verse today. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. So you've probably heard that before. I know I have. I've heard that everywhere. Social media. My full TikTok For You page is full of it, and YouTube. But what does it really mean? It's saying that despite how we feel, despite the circumstances we go through, despite the pain we feel, despite whatever it is in our surroundings, in our own scenario or where we're at in our life, he remains the same yesterday, today, and forever. Okay? What does this look like when we struggle to see that he is still present in our life? Well, some of us may be going through hardships in our relationships and going through a tough breakup. We're like, where is God in this? Where's the peace in this? Where's the lesson in this? What do I need to learn? How will God impact my life and use this for me? If all I can see right now is suffering and pain. Or maybe we lose somebody and we're like, how is there any room for love in this? How is there love in this? How is Jesus spreading a message through this pain? Okay. A lot of the times when we experience those things, we start to feel depressed, anxious, worried. And those are the three most common themes in our generation: is being depressed about the past, anxious about the future, because we don't know what our story is to come, and we don't like the story that was written for us. And so we go in this cycle of depression, anxiety. We wake up in the morning, fill ourselves up with the social media and the word of man, and get all anxious about what others will think about us. But then we'll get reminded of our past and hate ourselves, and then we get all depressed. That's something that we all experience because it's so easy to just tap into those emotions with all the things that the devil can offer us in this century. There's just temptations everywhere. I struggled with depressive thoughts. And I've always been, I can say, an anxious person. Diagnosis or not, I've been an anxious person. I'm always worried about the future. I'm like, God, how will you provide for me when I don't see any sort of way that you could? How will, like, something I question a lot is like, how will school get me to my dream job? How are you in this? Those are just things that come to my mind. And I'm like, okay, I don't feel you in these moments. I have to trust in you. And believe it or not, you're going to have to trust something other than your feelings. All of this to really say that just because we don't feel him doesn't mean he isn't there. His faith transcends our feelings. And so something that we often do is we look at our feelings and we say, this is an accurate representation of God in my life. But no, because right now you may not feel him. In 2 months you may feel him. Right now you may not feel God. And in 30 seconds you may feel God. So it's just that's us changing. It's something we need to understand is we change. The Bible doesn't change. The Bible, like I said, is the same every single day. It never changes. It's human beings that constantly change. It's the things that impact us that make us change. It's not the Bible. And so once you can understand that, you don't have to keep blaming God and saying, where are you in this? Learn from how God is in it. Read the Bible on where God is in it, okay? What that means is that hard times change us. We're put through spiritual tests. We're put through spiritual battles to completely change the dynamic of our life and alter a pattern in our life. When I was about 2-3 years ago, I was really, really happy with everything. I had just become Christian. I was Christian for about 7 months. And then this wave of like depression hit me. And it was like, I didn't feel God anymore. All I felt was the weight of my own thoughts. And for about 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 months during that time, I just stopped trusting that God had a way for me from this. Like that God had a solution to this, and he there was a reason I was going through my pain. There was purpose to my pain. And so I didn't see it. It only takes a couple months or years later where you realize, wow, there was a point to my pain. And we often don't realize that there's a purpose to our pain when we're going through it. We realize there's a purpose to our pain after we've experienced it, and we come out different. We come out changed. And you can even say cleansed, because a lot of these things God will give you a personal testimony and put you through storms and struggles, so that way you will come out to be a better person than you were before. All right? And that's the whole point of that verse, is that despite what we feel, God is going to be and remain the same for the rest of your life, and he was before your life. He's always remained the same, and he's going to have a plan for you, and he has a solution, and he has the way out for you, and he loves you, and that's what he's trying to tell you. I hope this message blessed you all. All right? So, love you guys. See ya.